Well, welcome to SIBN Atlanta, where we disseminate your events and your news, along with pertinent interviews for those who are making it happen in Atlanta, whether it be a profit or nonprofit organization. And today, no less than any other day, we have a great person on the phone. We have Dr. Lowe, Taunya Lowe. Taunya, did I say your name right?
Yes, you did, Marcus. Yes.
Well, welcome aboard, first of all, to SIB in Atlanta, where we're concerned about getting the word out regarding who you are, what you do, and what's coming up on the calendar. And so, first off, give our listeners a sense of who you are. You're representing the Resurgent group of Metro Atlanta. Let's talk about that. But prior to that, tell them your name and a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go right into the Resurgent group.
Okay, great. Marcus, I am a native of Albany, Georgia. I've lived in the Metro Atlanta area for more than 25 years. I attended Clark Atlanta University, and I have a background of working with nonprofits, working with behavioral health organizations, public health organizations, and in academia. I'm also a professor. And through my experience and over the years, I always I had a dream. My dream was to get my doctorate degree and to have my own consulting firm. And so that's kind of how the Resurgent Group was born. It was born out of a dream, out of just something that I had heard, and I met some people along my journey through college and internships, and I thought, wow, a consultant, what does that look like? I didn't know at the time, but over a period of time, I developed a concept and developed my own concept, and here I am 7 years later with my own human services and leadership consulting firm.
I like what you are doing, and I want you to tell our listeners a little bit about how what you do relates to their success track. In other words, we're going to talk about the test. Is it called the Dream to the Test Symposium?
It's called Put Your Dream to the Test Symposium.
All right, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But tell the viewers and the listeners a little bit about how what you do works with their success track.
Well, Marcus, what we do with the Resurgent Group and through our leadership division, we believe in turning concepts into reality. Just like I had a concept of being a consultant and having my own consulting firm, we help individuals and organizations do that through consultation, through best practices, and really by getting in, being partners with our clients, whether that's on the behavioral health arm of what we do, where we really get in and we work with agencies through strategic planning and training, or if it's with our leadership division, the impact experience, where we provide leadership training, because everything revolves around leadership. Leadership is about influence. Whether we are providing mastermind growth groups or our growth symposiums like the one that's coming up, or just really helping someone to decide and work through the path that they've chosen. That's how we work with people and help people. I had a young woman call me a couple of days ago, and she said, I'm really in a transition right now with where I want to go, and I'm good at this, and I like to do this, and I don't know what to do. And I said, you know what, it sounds like you need a coach. It sounds like you need someone to help you to just really process those ideas. She had some great ideas that would really impact society, but just didn't know where to go and how to birth those ideas. And so that's what we do. We help people and organizations be better at what they do so that they can make a better impact on the world, on Atlanta and the world.
And I'm glad you qualified that, because I was going to ask that as a follow-up question, whether this was for individuals or small businesses, but as you said, it's for individuals and organizations. Now tell us, why do you do this? Because I almost got really excited about that word coach. We're going to get that as a follow-up question, because I don't want to get overexcited here, but tell us why or what makes you feel so confident to not only do this, but to, again, as you're putting together the dream test, Put Your Dream to the Test Symposium, tell us why you do it.
I do what I do because I believe that everyone has a dream inside of them. There's something that everyone wants to do, and whether it's go back to school, write a book, go visit another country. We all, there's all something that we all have inside of us, and for a variety of reasons, we don't make those things happen. And people see me and they think, "Wow, you're doing all of these great things." And my response is, "And so can you." We all have greatness. Sometimes we don't tap into that greatness, and we need a push to tap into our greatness and go and do those great things that have been put inside of us. And so that's why I do it, because I believe in people, and I believe in bringing out the best in people so that they can do the best. I can't do it all.
and I like the word that you used earlier that says that you're coaching them, because our model has been the coaching model from the start. What we're saying when we say coaching is that we're celebrating you through helping you through process, whether it be process for success or process for transition. So talk a little bit about your love for coaching folks, and tell us maybe one or two testimonies of how you coached someone and saw them transition or grow from, as they say in church, from glory to glory.
Yes. Well, I want to just kind of clarify the difference between coaching and consulting. And here at the Resurgent Group, we do both of them. And coaching, what I do is I really help individuals to pull out what's already inside of them. I ask them poignant questions about the direction that they want to go in. I don't give them the answers. And once they have gone within to look at, this is really my destiny, this is where I want to go, and we transition from coaching to consultative. So once you've decided, I want to have my own business, and this is what I want to do. I want to work with children. I want to work with the elderly, and they've answered those key questions for themselves. Then we transition into, all right, what do we need to do to make that happen? Who do we need to connect you with? What documents and pieces need to be prepared in order to help you with that role and that dream? So, I am a certified John Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach, and I learned the difference between coaching and consultation last year. I felt that I had always provided my clients and individuals with coaching as well as consultation, but now I know the difference, and I can provide both arms, if you will, for my clients, for their needs. Working with behavioral health agencies around the state, we go in, we find a lot of gaps, and we end up providing coaching so that these organizations can serve their clients or serve the children better. You asked me about some success stories. Last year, we had a client. She wanted to start a private practice, and she was green. She was a blank slate, and we went in and we really just we asked her those pivotal questions. What's your mission? What's going to be the holy grail of your organization? What are the core values of your organization? And I think a lot of times we stay on the surface, and we were able to take her deeper than the surface, which, I want to provide quality service. What does that mean? What does that look like? And so we really got in with her and helped her to develop her marketing materials and helped her to develop her message to the audience, so when they could see her and see who she really was, and to see how she did stand out different from other organizations, and just really helped her to develop her comfort level with stepping out on faith to be an entrepreneur in her field of study, which was her dream. And so we celebrated her in August as she had an open house, and started out with some great, we helped her get her first few clients, and she's doing very well today.
That is so awesome. You use several as they say in psychology, trigger words for me to keep my calm, because celebration is more authentic when we reach and grow from within than without. I mean, we're living in such a society where everything, outside of us seems to be the answer. And I like what you said when you say we have to dive inside, and it takes someone like yourself or others to challenge us, sometimes layered number of people to challenge us to think and to go inside, and then help us pinpoint and identify as we learn to articulate and not be afraid, because sometimes when the resources are not there, or maybe the support system hasn't been built yet, or the partners haven't been solidified, we tend to have a little reservation or maybe some fear there. So I like those keywords. But listen, we're going to go to a quick break, and then we're going to come back. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the sounds of SIBN Atlanta's Dr. Lowe, a native of Albany, Georgia, but in A-Town, and we're going to talk a little bit more with her when we return. Stand by. We interrupt this program to simply say thank you for your listenership here on SIBN Radio. We do not take what you're giving to us for granted. By all means, we invite you to be a part of our family in a deeper way. You can visit our websites, www.sibntelevision.com. You'll see a community page at the top there, and you can join free of charge with your email and share your thoughts, pictures, and so much more right there on the site. And for those of you that would like to listen more regularly to our block programming, you can visit www.sibnradio-by-SaletteUSATV.com. We're now looking for interns for the SIBN networks, and there is no shortage of work that needs to be done. Simply email us your bio or resume to globalcoverage@SaletteUSATV.info. New programming is always a consideration here at the networks, and we invite you to share your ideas, concepts, or vision. As we move forward with a global multimedia platform, we expect great things. We now want to return you to your regularly scheduled program. And again, from our hearts to yours, thank you. Well, we're here with Dr. Lowe from the Resurgent group of Metro Atlanta, and we are so proud of the work. First, let's say that. Get that out the way, okay? I've been waiting to say that since we started. That we're so proud of the thorough work, and it does take that to be successful. I think that one of the things that I have learned, it takes a thorough working of what the end result should be, a thorough working. Speak to that for a quick second. Wow,
you're spot on with that. Yes, a thorough working, and I tell people that they see where I am now, but it was a rocky road getting here, but I never let go of my dreams. When I was struggling to pay tuition at Clark Atlanta, or when I was working and had to balance working and my mom being sick, when I had to my computer crashed when I was working on my dissertation. I mean, all of these things. There's so many challenges, but I didn't give up, and that's what I try to inspire in other people is not to give up. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be roadblocks, and you have to find that detour to get you where you want to be. And it's not easy. It's hard work. I've worked very hard to sit where I sit now, and it excites me to work with other people who want to put that same hard work in as I did. When I meet people, Marcus, and they're passionate about their dreams, or they're passionate about the direction that they would like to see their life go in, and they're willing to jump in I'm willing to jump right in with them and help them reach it, because they understand that it's going to take that hard work and that tenacity to get where they need to be, and that motivates me, because I know they're going to be all in, and they're going to go above and beyond to make their dreams come true. One of the things that I remember from when I have a background in counseling and psychological services. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we would tell the clients is, we're not going to work harder than you. Mm-hmm. If I'm working harder than you, then it's no longer your recovery. Mm-hmm. And so, I remember that even when I'm working with my clients on different projects. If I get more excited about your project than you are, then there's something wrong here. We need to reevaluate that.
So good. I'm just going to be calm. I'm just for real. Now, you got to talk a little bit about John Maxwell, because you dropped that name, and a lot of listeners are not familiar with John Maxwell. Talk a little bit about your connection to that and how that has helped the Resurgent Group or yourself begin to offer a plethora of services from being associated with this John Maxwell team.
Wow. Marcus, John Maxwell has been a father of leadership for more than 40 years. He's written many bestsellers. His most recent one has been the 15 Laws of Growth, which we run mastermind groups on. Very powerful book. I met John personally. I met him in August when I went to my certification training. Just a very pleasant, genuine person. I think I fell in love with John Maxwell's work when I read the 360-degree leader. Mm-hmm. Because that book talked about how you can be a leader wherever you are in an organization. A lot of times people feel like, well, if I'm not the boss or if I'm not in the big chair, then I don't, I can't lead. I can't make a difference. And what I love about that book is that you can make a difference, whether you're in a church or you're in a community or you're in a neighborhood association or you're the secretary in a company. It doesn't matter where you are, you can make a difference. And I think just as people, if we think about, we wake up and we start each day with, how can I make a difference today? We'd be better off. You know? And that's what leadership is all about, and that's what John Maxwell inspires. And there are about a little over 2,000 of us now around nationally and internationally. Mm-hmm. And that's what he inspires in all of the people who study his work and want to go and share his work. And so, we're able to utilize a lot of the curriculum and work with companies and organizations and individuals to help them to grow and get that message out. And so we use a lot of his information within our company. We train our team with it. We weave it into our contracts when we're working with our clients. We're going to talk to you about leadership. If we see deficits, we're going to start working on you to strengthen those deficits, so you understand the difference between the gap of what you know and then what you do.
And this association with John Maxwell came about when?
It came about this summer. Like I said earlier, I feel like I've been providing counseling and coaching and consultation for many years, and I wanted to align myself with a program and a brand that would add to my credibility. And who better than John Maxwell?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, first of all, let's get this straight for the listener, right? You were already bad to the bone, right? When you graduated from Clark Atlanta, you graduated from Capella and got your Ph.D. and all that. You were already bad to the bone when you started the Resurgent Group, and then you topped it off with one of the ultimate sacrifices, and of course, by all means, we know it's paying off, but the listener needs to understand that you didn't have to do this, but you said that you wanted to be cream de la cream, and John Maxwell, for the those that are listening out there, this is the top of the line here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you went and you topped it off with John Maxwell credentials. And now you're saying to even some of the most common companies, common listeners, common people that want to start, whether it be a business or a nonprofit, that listen, not only am I qualified, but I've aligned myself with professionals in my field, and I don't stand alone. I bring with you a wealth of experience, decades of experience to the table, so that we can ensure that your success is thorough. Any comment on that?
You're right. You're right. Credibility and competence are very, very important to me as a consultant, because when people hire me and my organization, they're looking for someone who can come in and make things better. And so, in order to make things better, I have to, I can't jeopardize my credibility. I need to, I have to be competent, and I need to know what I'm talking about when I go in there. And I think when people see my educational credentials and they see my affiliation with John Maxwell, and then they also see how hard and willing I am to work with them to get them where they need to go. It means a lot. It means a lot. And so those are the things that are important to me. Like I said, I felt like, I'm coaching folks, and I'm providing consultation. But it was important to me, if I'm going to use that term coach, that I'm using it correctly, and that I'm really helping people to understand what that means so that they can grow.
And the reason why I brought up the credentials, the credibility, as you so eloquently put it, because when they experience the symposium, they are experiencing a wealth of experience, caring through a process that not only have you taken yourself through, but the training with John Maxwell and other things that you have been involved in. They're going to attend a well-rounded, a wholesome well, if you will, where they can be safe, and letting go of fear. You know what I'm saying? The letting go of fears, letting go of reservations. And one of the things that I always say is that also you have to be integral inside. For instance, if you say that you want a dream to start a business, if you say you want a dream to, never do that in radio, but if you always mute your phones, one of the engineers went home. But if you say that you want to have a business, and you're lazy and you're not on time for appointments, then you have to face the integrity of the fact that your lack of getting up and doing things in a preparatory manner will impede your progress that you say you want. You know what I'm saying? Sir. So that's why I know let's talk about the symposium, because I know when they come, it's going to be so thorough that you're not going to feel comfortable being less than integral from the inside out.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're so excited about the Put Your Dream to the Test Symposium, which is named after one of John's books, Put Your Dream to the Test. And when I read that book, I thought, wow, this would make a great workshop. This would make a wonderful first of the year type of event for people to really stop talking about what they want to do and put some feet on their plans. And so the Put Your Dream to the Test Symposium is going to be a fun day. It's informative day of workshops and exhibits and networking and door prizes and all those great things. But we're going to focus on Phil Parker, who's going to come in and talk about the importance of embracing change when it comes to your dream. You know, a lot of times we struggle with change. We don't like change. But if anything that you're pursuing that's worth anything, you're going to have to deal with change. You're going to have to deal with pitfalls, setbacks, all of that. And so you've got to understand that those things are there to strengthen you, and we don't like them when we're in the middle of them. But when you come on the other side of them, you're thankful for it. Kim Carswell is going to talk about the importance of personal branding to your dream. You know, we hear that term, branding. Well, what does that mean to me personally? You know, if I say that I want to have my own business, or if I say that I want to write a book, you know, what do I need to look like? How do I need to present myself? You know, there's a lot of talk about social media, and I hear a lot of people that say that have a lot of dreams, but they put themselves in positions which could alienate themselves because of how they handle their image, and whether that's on social media or just out and about in the world. So Kim Carswell is going to talk about that. And then Bonnie Ross Parker, who is known as America's networking diva, is going to talk about, you know, are you a savvy networker? You know, how the importance of putting your dream to the test with networking. There are hundreds of networking meetings all around the city of Atlanta, and you know, it's real, true networking taking place. You know, do people really know how to network? You know, networking is about creating relationships. It's not, I got your business card, you got my business card, and I'm gonna, you know, and I expect you to do X, Y, Z. But it's about building those connections. And then I am going to wrap up the day by teaching the Put Your Dream to the Test, and taking people through an evaluation of their dream. You know, Marcus, there are a lot of people walking around with dreams that don't even belong to them. You know, they belong to, well, Mama wanted me to be a doctor, or my grandma wanted me to be a teacher, and that's not what they want to do. You know, their dream is something else. And so we start out with evaluating, is your dream really your dream? You know, is this something that you're passionate about? Is it your purpose? Is it your calling? And then we'll go through the 10 steps of putting, how to put your dream to the test. And the whole day is going to be moderated by Sparkplug. Sparkplug is the publisher for the People You Need to Know magazine, where I was on the cover on last year, and I'm in the magazine again this year promoting the Impact Experience. So it's going to be a great day with great participants. Right now we're offering a 2-for-1 special, and we're just really excited. We're just really excited about the day. Where we're really excited about the lives that are going to be impacted. You know, I want people who attend, I want them to leave with a plan of action. And so when Kim is talking about personal branding, there's going to be a formula, and you're going to have to fill out, what's my plan for developing my branding? What's my plan for dealing with change? Do I need a support group? Do I need a support system? Do I need new people in my circle? And when Bonnie's talking about networking, everybody needs to have a pen out to start developing their networking plan, you know. And it doesn't matter what your dream is. You can quantify into any of those areas.
Well, listen, our time is almost up. Give them some contact information real quick so that people will be able to get a hold of you who really want to be connected and who are ready to grow.
Great. If your listeners are interested in attending the Put Your Dream to the Test Symposium, they can call us at 678-451-4259. They may also go to our Eventbrite page, and they may register at PYDTTT 2013, which are the initials for Put Your Dream to the Test, PYDTTT 2013 www.eventbrite.com.
Awesome. I'm running out of time. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Lowe. We're going to have you on the network again. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the voice of Dr. Taunya A. Lowe, the Resurgent Group CEO. Look and stay tuned for more of her right here on SIBN Radio. Until next time, this is SIBN Atlanta, the newsroom, as we share your events and interviews that mean something of value to you. We'll see you next time.
You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Salette USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.